This is amazing. He's just got on another bike to back ride with no helmet to go and get his license. Incredible. Good morning, everyone. The MMDA are back on the road. Right now they're on Mabuhay lane number 2. They're going to deal with illegally parked vehicles, those driving without helmet, those without seat belts, and much more. So let's go. The team have been here many times before, but this is the first time I've noticed this here, a basketball court. It is in the road itself, so I imagine it's going to be cleared. You can see over here the sidewalk clearing team are taking away some vulcanizing stuff. They have cleared this many times, so the shops are well aware that they shouldn't have their equipment on the sidewalk or in the road. So the first thing the team needs to do is remove these tires. Some of them are full of trash, some of them are full of concrete, so it's going to take a short while to remove these. Right now he's disconnecting some wires that have been tied to this. It seems to go between the houses here. And there you go, it's on the truck now. It's going to consume quite a bit of space, unfortunately. Over here they're hooking the tow truck up to this jeepney. You can see a sign up there, it says no parking this side. If you look at this jeepney over here, it's been dumped on the sidewalk. The wheel's off, the engine is missing. Whoever dumped this here should be held responsible because it's going to cost money to remove this. It's never going to be claimed by anyone, most likely. And over here, this one parked on the sidewalk. Again, no parking this side, so they'll be towing this away. A lot of people make their business on the sidewalk, but it's meant to be for pedestrians. So right now they're unchaining all this stuff that's been left here, and they'll take it away to clear the sidewalk. And there you go, it's clear again for pedestrians. Over here they're removing this fence that's been erected on the sidewalk, and there you go, it's down now, ready to put on the truck. The barangay actually have a traffic scheme here. For the first 15 days of the month you cannot park on this side. For the second 15 days of the month you can't park on the other side. The problem is it's only a barangay resolution. They didn't get a city ordinance. So for that reason it can't be honoured by the MMDA, and they're also going to ticket vehicles on the other side.
Hindi ganun yung concept ng one-side parking natin. Ang concept ng one-side parking natin, magpapark ka sa gabi, may mapapagparkan yung mga residente, umaga alis. Hindi yung buong unang-una wala namang business establishment dito para pagparkan ng iba. We're not hindi disincentive to para sa mga mga negosyo dito. Hindi disincentive to para sa mga residente dito. Actually, pinagtatambayan na to, ginagawa ng garahe. May kita mo may dito, may nagtatalyer na jeep dito.
Those people who already had their ticket are advised to move their tricycle immediately. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to use a lot of footage from this street because there's just children everywhere. There must be around 40 little children. You'd think there'd be a school, but apparently not. Because they're moving around, I can't blur them, so I just have to forget about a lot of this footage. If you look here on the sidewalk next to where all those vehicles were parked, look at all the trash. There's lots of people here from the barangay. I don't know if they plan to clean this up at some point. Look at this cute dog that came out to inspect their work. You can see this flatbed already has 3 tricycles on the back. For those wondering if they're going to move that basketball hoop. When they asked them to remove the basketball hoop, straight away they did it because they don't want it to be confiscated. When they told them, hey, also remove all this concrete you used to weigh it down, they just look at you like, oh, why should I do that? So yeah, it's just going to sit here on the sidewalk by the looks of it. I guess the barangay will have to deal with this.
That's my problem with one-side parking na ino-authorize. Ang problema, ino-authorize natin to give to our constituents, di ba? Una-una, yung iba hindi na natin constituents siya. Pangalawa, wala naman nag-e-enforce ng kabilang side.
Actually, sir, meron, sir. Kaya sir, ako naman, hindi naman po magsisinungaling. Kaya nyo po nakita na may naka-double park dito. Kasi, nasanay po ang mga kabarangay ko dito na from 8 to 5 talaga ang operation ng barangay. So,
the barangay said they have operations regularly, every day. I don't know. Some of the vehicles that were parked here look like they haven't moved in a long time. You saw all the sidewalk obstructions, all the trash laying around, all the wood. You see this dumped here on the sidewalk. Maybe they just need to be a little bit more strict in their operations. And there you go, it looks a lot better than when the team first arrived. This is the rider that didn't stop a few minutes ago, riding without helmet, smoking also, wearing slippers too, and it looks like the driver doesn't have a license, so they'll be impounding this. Over here the enforcers looking at this vehicle, obstructing the sidewalk, they'll issue a ticket, and same over here, the van and motorcycle obstructing the sidewalk. The width of the sidewalk changes all along this street. In some areas it's very wide, in other areas it's completely gone where the buildings have extended over it. And you know the buildings extended over it because when they open their door or they open their gate, you can actually see the original red sidewalk inside their property. So the team are now on Banawi. It doesn't look too bad, but I'm sure later in the day it's going to be much worse. And over here they're looking at these two vehicles obstructing the sidewalk. There's a driver for each one, so they'll just issue a ticket and then tell them to move the vehicles. And just behind those vehicles you can see the sidewalk's also obstructed by these tires. I assume it was placed here by the shop because it is a car shop, a tire shop. And over here you can see the enforcers are issuing a ticket to each of these vehicles. The sidewalk's completely obstructed, which means pedestrians will have to go in the road. There's a guy here on a yellow bike. There you go, they just stopped him now, riding without helmet. Over here the team are looking at this. It's been left on the sidewalk. In fact, it's been chained to a post here. I think they'll be removing this. It looks like some kind of stall for like power windows, power locks, key duplicating and stuff like that. They'll have to break these padlocks off. Sometimes what people do is they ask them, hey, can't you break the chain instead of the padlock? But it's very hard to break a chain and it's very easy to break a padlock. There you go, that's one off. And there you go, they've removed the chain and they'll wheel it over to their truck now. Not sure if he has a license, let's see, I'm guessing not. So they said there's a number of issues with this, driving without helmet, wearing slippers. He said there's no registration, no license. There's an LTO sticker on the front here, but anybody can buy these. And look at this great parking over here, sidewalk blocked, half the road blocked. I don't know why people would even think that that's an okay way to park. And they're also looking at this vehicle here parked directly below the sign that says no parking both sides. And just behind that red car, same thing with this one, obstructing the sidewalk, partially in the road. The drivers have already started to appear, so they'll issue tickets and then advise them to move the vehicles. And a motorcycle just came by now. You can see the back rider isn't wearing a helmet, so they'll issue a ticket for that and advise him to go down from the bike. Over here they're looking at this vehicle parked on a corner. Of course that's not allowed and it can make it difficult for people to navigate the corner. They're just flagging over this man now, not wearing a seatbelt. Over here, one more motorcycle they stopped, not wearing a helmet and wearing slippers, and unfortunately can't show a license, so it looks like the bike will be impounded. I wondered what the enforcers were doing in the back of this car, and then I came over to look. It turns out the car has a flat tire, so they're going to help the lady change it. Doesn't look good though, because this one is also flat. So this is going above and beyond. One of the enforcers is actually going to go and get her tire filled with air. Of course, you're not only helping the lady, but you're also clearing the road with an obstruction that could create traffic. Unfortunately, the lady didn't actually have the tools for the jack, but this is Banawi, so it's easy enough to go and borrow some tools. Even one of the guys from GMA is helping out. Now, depending on the situation, sometimes a flat tire can actually result in your vehicle being towed to the nearest gas station at your expense. For example, if it happens on EDSA, because the traffic you could create is incredible. But in a case like this, there's no tow truck nearby. The road's not super busy, so it's already going to be quicker if they just help the lady replace the tire and then move her on, so no more obstruction. He's back now with the tire. The new tire is just going on now. There was a nail in it, so they removed that, vulcanized the tire. Should be good to go in a few minutes. And there she goes now. Over here they stopped one more motorcycle rider not wearing a helmet, and unfortunately can't show a license, so I think the bike will be impounded. So they just arrived in another street based on a complaint. You can see Ariga. One of the first things I noticed is you see sidewalk and then you see a garage that's extended over the sidewalk. Same here, they've extended over the sidewalk to accommodate their vehicle. And one more over here, you can see sidewalks obstructed by this garage that's extended over it.
Yung ano ma'am, nakaharap kayo sa bangketa, no?
Alam ko po, kasi dinatnan na po namin to dito.
Yes, SI po namin, okay namin patanggal talaga to. Pero dapat matanggal din yung mga nakapark sa kanli. Hindi, walang sense. Kasi kung may nakapark din sa kanli, di ba mas abala yun kaysa dito?
Ganun na lang.
Mas abala yun.
Ganun na lang gagawin
Kasi mas nakalabas eh.
Anarkiya na lang tayo lahat.
Hindi.
Anong ibig mong sabihin?
Wala na lang po susunod sa batas. Pabayaan na lang natin kasi mali yung sa ginagawa.
Hindi
Para
nga.
saan tatanggalin to kung may nakapark din
Kung may
yan sa
nakapark
labas?
din.
Aminado ba tayong mali to?
Opo.
Okay, good.
Kaya
Pero
lang po,
dapat wala rin
itanggal din yung mga
magpagsakali.
double
Porket
parking.
mali yung kapitbahay, okay na to.
Hindi.
Ano nga
Hindi nyo
rason?
naintindihan.
Anong
Hindi
rason?
nyo naintindihan.
Halika naman.
Ano ka ba?
Halika naman. Hindi. Kilala ko to.
And says they will be writing out tickets now for each of these properties that have extended over the sidewalk.
So bago po kami nag-ano, tinanong po namin, sir, ano po ba to? Both side, no parking. No parking. So lahat po yan nakaparking dyan.
Matatanggal talaga.
I-issuean po ng violation ticket. Pag wala po mga driver at ano, ito-towed. So ito naman po sa inyo, dahil nasako po natin yung bangketa.
Oo, wala
Eh, ano na lang po
problema
natin.
sir eh.
Yes, sir.
Alam namin yan.
Wala kang problema.
Hindi nga po nyo tatanggalin. So issue na lang po namin kinang violation ticket. Kung hindi nyo tatanggalin.
Naintindihan nyo ba?
Opo.
Tatanggalin namin. We know this is illegal.
Yung jeep, ang daling tanggalin, kaya hindi titikitan.
Oo.
Ito, ano to? Igugulong lang ba namin itong
Titikitan po yan, sir. Hindi po tikitan
Igugulong
yan.
lang ba
I
namin?
mean,
Titikitan po yan.
teka
Kaya
muna.
pag nakita nyo po hindi titikitan, siya po kayo magsalita.
O, ditikitan nyo lahat yan.
Pati po yan, pati po yan. Pati po yan
Ano ba
dilaw.
itong loloma?
Pati po yan.
Ayan, dami-dami
Sir,
dyan.
ganito po, kaya-
All over.
There's a guy riding with no helmet, and the enforcer's just gone over now to speak to him. He'll ask to see the license and then issue a ticket. Apparently, his bike's being ridden by Kagawad. He went inside without surrendering his license. So after a lot of arguing, the ticket is now being written out. Don't know if you saw that, but there's also another rider here with no helmet. So the enforcer's just there who will have to deal with this one also. This is amazing. He's just got on another bike to back ride with no helmet to go and get his license. Incredible. He went down, walked around the corner, then got on the bike again. What is with these people? That lady was riding without helmet. He was riding without helmet. Doesn't have his license. And then he gets on a bike and rides without helmet again. And apparently he's a Kagawad. Further down the road, they're going to remove this basketball hoop that's in the road. That's a major obstruction. So you can see they've nearly got that on the back of the truck now. Pretty much all of the sidewalks here are obstructed. I actually don't understand why the barangay invited the team here, and where are they? The MMDA are the ones doing all the work. They're the ones getting shouted at by the residents. Where are the barangay? They invited them here and then they're not even going to join the operation. Kagawads can issue tickets. They can knock on doors and ask people to remove their obstructions. Instead, it's just the MMDA doing the work. So I don't really understand it, to be honest.